The quote, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become," attributed to Carl Gustav Jung, encapsulates a profound philosophy of personal empowerment, self-determination, and psychological resilience. Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who founded analytical psychology, emphasized the transformative power of the human psyche. This statement reflects his belief in the individual's capacity to transcend past experiences and consciously shape their identity and future. Let's dive into an exciting and detailed exploration of this quote, unpacking its layers and implications with enthusiasm. Breaking down the quote, at its core, the quote is a declaration of agency. It challenges the notion that we are merely products of our circumstances, traumas, or histories. Instead, it asserts that our essence lies in our choices, actions, and aspirations. Here's a breakdown of its components. I am not what happened to me. This part rejects the idea that external events, whether positive or negative, define who we are. Life is full of unpredictable moments, childhood experiences, societal pressures, personal losses, or even successes. While these events shape our starting points, Jung suggests they don't have to dictate our identity. This is a liberating perspective, as it frees us from being victims of our past. I am what I choose to become. This second half is a bold affirmation of self-creation. It places the individual in the driver's seat of their own life, emphasizing the power of choice, intention, and personal growth. It aligns with Jung's concept of individuation, the lifelong process of integrating various aspects of the self to become a whole, authentic person. The psychological context. Jung's philosophy. Carl Jung's work revolved around understanding the human psyche, including the conscious and unconscious mind. His theories on archetypes, the collective unconscious, and individuation provide a rich backdrop for this quote. Let's explore how it connects to his ideas. Individuation and self-realization. Jung believed that the goal of life is to achieve individuation, a process where individuals integrate their conscious and unconscious selves to become their truest, most authentic selves. The quote reflects this by suggesting that we can choose to grow toward our potential, regardless of past wounds or external limitations. It's an invitation to embark on a heroic journey of self-discovery, transcending the shadow. Jung's concept of the shadow refers to the hidden, often repressed parts of our psyche, including traumas or negative experiences. By stating, "I am not what happened to me," Jung encourages us to confront and move beyond the shadow, refusing to let it define us. Instead, we can choose to integrate these experiences into a broader, more empowered sense of self. The power of choice. Jung's psychology emphasizes consciousness and intentionality. Choosing who we become involves confronting the unconscious forces that shape us, like instincts or societal conditioning, and making deliberate decisions about our values, goals, and actions. This aligns with the quote's emphasis on agency. Why this quote is exciting and empowering. This quote is a psychological and existential rallying cry. It's exciting because it flips the script on how we view life's challenges. Instead of being passive recipients of fate, we're cast as active creators of our destiny. Here's why it resonates so deeply. Freedom from the past. Many of us carry baggage, regrets, traumas, or societal labels that can feel like a life sentence. Jung's words are a key to unlock that prison. They remind us that no matter how painful or limiting our past, we have the power to redefine ourselves. For example, someone who grew up in a challenging environment isn't doomed to repeat those patterns. They can choose to build a different life. A call to action. The phrase "what I choose to become" is dynamic and forward-looking. It's not about passively hoping for change but actively pursuing it. This could mean pursuing education, healing through therapy, chasing a dream career, or cultivating meaningful relationships. It's a reminder that every day offers a fresh chance to shape our narrative. Universal relevance. Whether you're facing personal struggles, societal barriers, or even the weight of past successes, this quote applies. It speaks to anyone seeking growth, from the student overcoming self-doubt to the professional reinventing their career. It's a universal anthem of resilience, hope and possibility. The quote radiates optimism. It suggests that transformation is always possible, no matter where you start. This is particularly inspiring in moments of despair or stagnation, as it reminds us that our story isn't finished, we're still writing it. Real-world applications. To make this quote come alive, let's explore how it applies to real-life scenarios. Overcoming trauma. Imagine someone who experienced a difficult childhood. They might carry feelings of unworthiness or fear. Jung's quote encourages them to see those experiences as events, not their identity. Through therapy, self-reflection, or creative expression, they can choose to become a person defined by strength, compassion, or creativity instead. Career reinvention. Consider a professional who loses their job due to industry changes. Instead of seeing themselves as a failure or unemployable, they can choose to become a learner, upskilling in a new field or starting their own business. The quote empowers them to redefine their path, breaking societal expectations. Society often imposes labels based on gender, race, or class. Jung's words inspire individuals to reject these constraints and define themselves by their aspirations. For instance, a woman in a male-dominated field might face stereotypes but can choose to become a trailblazer, shaping her identity through her achievements. The science and philosophy behind it. Modern psychology and neuroscience support Jung's perspective. Concepts like neuroplasticity show that our brains can adapt and rewire throughout life, allowing us to change habits, beliefs, and behaviors. Similarly, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, emphasizes reframing negative thoughts to create new outcomes, aligning with the idea of choosing who we become. Philosophically, the quote echoes existentialist ideas from thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre, who argued that existence precedes essence. We create our essence through our choices. It also resonates with Stoicism, which teaches that while we can't control external events, we can control our responses and attitudes, challenges and nuances. While the quote is uplifting, it's worth noting potential challenges. Choosing who we become isn't always easy. It requires courage, effort, and sometimes external support. Systemic barriers, like poverty or discrimination, can limit options, making the choice feel constrained. However, even in such cases, Jung's philosophy suggests that we can still choose our mindset, values, or small actions, which can gradually shift our trajectory. Additionally, the quote doesn't dismiss the impact of the past. Jung, as a psychoanalyst, knew that past experiences shape our unconscious. The key is to integrate them consciously, using them as fuel for growth rather than anchors holding us back. A final burst of inspiration. This quote is a spark that ignites the imagination. It invites you to see yourself as an artist, sculpting your identity with every choice you make. Picture yourself standing at a crossroads. Behind you lies your past, with its joys and scars. Ahead is a blank canvas, waiting for you to paint your future. You're not bound by what's behind you. You're free to create a masterpiece. Whether you aim to become kinder, braver, wiser, or bolder, the power is yours. As Jung reminds us, you are not your history. You are the story you choose to write next. So, what will you choose to become? The possibilities are endless.